You know, I've been saying there's no coincidences, in a targeted individual's life. Well, I told you how I texted my son's mom, and we were texting back and forth, and just a recap, and how, she missed a message that I told her, I was worried about her not having a pool cover and her dog, and then, like, the next day or the day after or something, the dog drowned, you know, and all these things with animals been happening. They know how much I love animals and how much I love children. My adult children, you know, my goddaughter, who I had a part in raising, and other children who I had a part of raising. I just love children in general, not a pedo sort of way, you know, in a mothering sort of way, but I'm not their mother. But I am my own kid's mother. You get me, kind of? Well, anyways, then there was street theater. It seemed like the people next... Sorry. My gang stalkers. You know who gang stalks you the most? Your closest perps are the ones closest that surround where you lay your head. Well, anyways, it seemed like they were calling for a dog that got out. But I know that they only have one dog. And I know their dog's name. So it just seems weird. So it switched over to where it seemed like they were looking for a child. Come here, baby. Well, I'm not going to say the name. I got some candy for you. And then right by my window, you could hear like the police and stuff like that later. And, people calling. Yeah, so, in a little while I went outside. There was no police outside because the sound came from right next to my window. And me knowing that, I filed missing persons reports on my daughter when she was a teenager, and they've been out there for at least an hour. So, and they're responsible, and, couldn't have been a kid they were looking for. You get me? Because, no, they're responsible people. A dog might have gotten out a long time ago, a couple times, but no, they found him. Those were good dogs. But, yeah, it just seemed really weird because, I don't know, because I know they have their kids, but, like little kids, and I know the names of their kids, and that wasn't it. I know the names of their dog, and that wasn't it. But then, last night, check this out. Last night, this guy was like sneaking around by these cars and looking inside of them. I went, so you could see that I was there. And I don't know what he said, but, well, anyways, he had a cane and stuff and was limping. I knew it was kind of weird and stuff because he was ducking behind cars, and he was ducking behind this one particular car. And it was like right in front of the balcony, where I was up there. And then he got on his phone, and I could hear my main gang stalkers. You know how, like, when there's a conversation being carried on and stuff, he was on his phone. And, somebody talks, and then you can hear somebody responding, kind of like when I'm in my building and stuff. I can hear one of them from my building say something, and the other ones say something back. They're carrying on a conversation, but I'm not really paying attention to it, unless it's like street theater and loud. Well, anyways, back to this. So I even turn my head. When I hear them, I know that they're not there, but I do turn my head to let them know that, I do hear them, since they see me and hear me and stuff. But I wasn't going to stick around, you know. I heard a click, like he unlocked the door, but the way they made it seem is like he was going to break into a car and shit. He was looking in cars. But then I got up and walked away because I knew it was all street theater. You get me? And if a door unclicks, obviously the person has a key, and there's cameras out there, and cameras like in front of where I live. So, who in their right mind would steal a car with somebody you don't know looking from above and went, to let you know that they were there? So I got up and I went back in. And you know what? The car was out there this morning. So it's all just street theater. And then, this shit is getting out of hand. But it's hilarious. I was in the store today. And I seen somebody I knew, but not really know. You know what I mean? From saying hi and stuff like that. From when I was with that girl. We'll call her Tsunami, because that's what I called her. Because what's a tsunami? It wipes away everything good and functionable and leaves everything destroyed and full of piss and shit. You get me? Well, anyways, I knew her from, passing around the street. And Tsunami, my ex-girlfriend. And well, anyways, I seen her and I said hi because I seen her while I was in Boost, like last week or something? Yeah, I seen her pass by doing her thing on the street, And, I let her know. I seen you last week doing your thing on the street. I said, but I don't judge because, hey, I used to stick a needle in my arm. And who am I to judge? Who is anybody to really judge except for God, right? And we're in an aisle, and it's close to the cash register. And she's stuffing cheese down her pants in front of me. I just walked away. So, just the strangest stuff, and it's no coincidence. And then, I find out that my son got shot. Now remember, I love children. I love animals. He's okay. But it's kind of funny, I was talking about that, or thinking about it in my mind. And before I found out, I kept hearing them say his name. Say his name. But I kept on concentrating on something else. That was yesterday. And now I'm kind of tripping. It's no coincidence. I'm thinking, God, you know what? With this remote neural monitoring and the satellite terrorism and, the V2K crap, I know this shit is all over the world and happening, to us targets and stuff. But I'm sure there's a lot of people getting mind controlled that don't even realize it. You get me? So, I don't know about the dog, the next day or the day after drowning, after I texted her that. And then, them trying to put one of my son's names, one of his names, we're Mexican. Well, I'm only a half-breed, but, he's got a lot of names. But, well, anyways, I'm trying to put my son's name, in my head. And I know we're, whatever, brain to brain, linked up, whatever this crap is. And then the next day, I find out he's been shot. It's just like there's no coincidences. How far does this mind control go? You get me? I mean, I know it's happening all over the world, and people are getting targeted all over the world and on remote. But none of this is coincidence. It's back to back. Things are happening to me. Back to back. And things that I've only said in my mind, and things that I say in my mind and stuff that they repeat. It's just no coincidence. So, you gotta watch that New World Order shit, because they're having fucking, I don't know. But there's no coincidence. Oh, did you hear that? That goes all year round, not just close to 4th of July. All year round for me. Yeah. All year round. Firecrackers go off. But, be aware. Be self-aware and aware of your surroundings. Because some of us are still going through that crazy phase and that angry phase. I'm not going to let hate and anger consume me. But, if the case is, and most likely it is, because there's no coincidences, that they messed with somebody I love, and coincidentally, the day after I text that, the dog drowns, and they're repeating my son's name, and I'm trying to concentrate on something else, and then I find out he's shot. You know what? There's a lot more to it, but I don't want to get into it, because I only want to say stuff that's like, that they know I know, because I know a lot more. I know a lot more, but they don't realize it, because I put something else in my head rather than think about it. Because they can see my whatever, my EKGs or whatever the hell it is. My brain-to-brain link up, whatever it is. But there's a lot more. There's a lot more. But I will not let them take who I am or who I've become since the accident. Yeah. Have a blessed night, my fellow targets. Peace out. Laughter and love.